Welcome, everybody. Adam Freeman here for HNS Radio. Got a special interview this week with Athletic Director Wes Ellis of the Harrison Hoyas. Also, I should say, reigning Athletic Director of the Year, Wes Ellis. Wes, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Just very, very honored to be part of the HNS broadcast. Yeah.
Well, we thought we'd go a little outside the box this week with our interviews. We do a lot of coaches' interviews, players' interviews, but at the heart of the athletic department is you. I mean, you make a lot of decisions. You have a lot of meetings. You basically have the backs of all these coaches. What's one of the most challenging parts of the job that maybe people don't know about?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I think it's anytime you're managing people, right? And I think that's the biggest difference coming from the classroom even into an administrative role is it's much easier if you're managing your own decisions than the decisions of others. And we're blessed to have men and women of integrity on our staff, so it's very easy to back and support their decisions. But we do a lot of trainings, or we always have coaches meetings. And like this past week on Tuesday, we had our head coaches meeting. We talked about E plus R equals O. That's something that is not my terminology. I think there's a guy named Mr. Knight that's put that out there, but it's there's events and there's your response to the event and there's the outcome. The only thing in that we control is responses. So we do try to work a lot on that, but I think that's it, is just managing people and making sure that we always put ourselves in positions to be successful. Dr. Milton, who's our principal, says a lot. Make sure that we stay behind the shield of immunity. And that's kind of what we tell our coaches. And we're very blessed to have such men and women of high character that they're easy to support.
And, of course, we appreciate your leadership for sure. And, having some of the success that these athletic programs have had, and it's really throughout the year. It's not like it's heavy in the fall or it's concentrated. It's all year round. You've got all kinds of challenges logistically, playoffs and officials and gate workers and things of that nature. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, I'm sure. And you kind of have to maybe take a moment and say, hey, there's a reason why I'm doing this. What are some of the great positive things, like maybe best memories you can think of, like sports-wise?
Ooh, that's tough. So I guess I started here. We were talking about that earlier. October 21, I was not the AD. I think I became AD like January or February 22. But I'll kind of pick one from each year. I kind of thought about this question earlier. So, you get thrust in the AD role, and then we win a soccer state title. I mean, how unbelievable that was in 22, and to be able to fill up the entire home side at McEachern holds, who knows how many people.
Yeah.
I mean, that had to be the coup de grace of that season, just seeing and witnessing that and being able to be a part of that. But also, I mean, the girls made the state championship that year as well in basketball. Gave up their prom to take part in that evening, if you remember that. I'm trying to think of 23. I know that was Isabella Kleinfelter winning the state title at swim. And, last year there were a couple of big victories. I know so spring of 24, that baseball victory at Lowndes. We were the only team to beat Lowndes in the playoff that year. We didn't win the state title, but Colin White goes out, 11 strikeouts. We get to game 3. 24 last year, I think, obviously my background, football region championship against Hillgrove was a fun one to watch. That was a lot of fun. And we've had, just a lot of success. I think last year we won 14 region titles. We have a mission statement here now. It's values over victories. And that doesn't mean that we don't want to be competitive, but we want to do it the right way. And so is getting to know those players on a personal level is always what's going to be big to me. It's not necessarily the win, but seeing their reaction, and seeing how getting to know them on a personal level and celebrate with the coaches and the parents and the players. That's what's important to me. That's what makes it fun to keep coming back to.
Yeah. And we've got several events coming up. We've got homecoming coming up. We've also got Hall of Fame weekend. Speak a little bit to sort of what Harrison is trying to do, the Hall of Fame committee is trying to do here on campus.
Yeah, I think the big word there is almost, I don't know if revival is the right term, but we want to make sure that we're honoring our athletes current, but also in the past as well. And so Melissa Jones, and I know Terry Kemp and Kent Simmons and there's a number of people, the Blumenthals are involved in this and trying to kind of make sure that we're revitalizing these Hall of Fame efforts. I know they've got a push with the booster clubs right now to get essentially, it's not a video board, but something to be able to recognize them on a website, because it is, growing up in West Cobb and not being a Harrison guy growing up, but even then you knew about all that athletic success and things that were taking place here, thinking back to even the 90s. My baseball background, Corey Patterson's the first guy that comes to mind, but you got Daniel Cobbs, and you've got, all the guys I graduated with, where it's
Adam Everett.
Adam Everett with baseball, 90, I guess he was 97, and, Suter, and, then you go into baseball, and Robbie Goddard, and just the number of people, and then getting here and realizing beyond that, Ollie Schneiderjens, who, I knew when he was a little kid, just making sure that we honor those folks. And just the countless lists of other ones that have been here that I've gotten to kind of become part of and learn about through the faculty here. We're blessed to have people like yourself, people like Jason Scott, Melissa Jones, who have been here and seen a lot of this, and making sure that our community understands how successful Harrison has been from 1991 all the way to present. I mean, we got 23 state titles. I don't think people understand that. Melissa asked a question the other day, how many region championships? And she asked that to the booster presidents, and nobody can answer it. And the answer is over 200. It's incredible, the athletic success. And so we want to make sure we honor that.
Yeah, and that's no mistake. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't happen by accident. These kids work hard. The coaches coach hard. Yes. They have a plan. They have philosophy. They stick with it. But, part of me being here as long as I've been, and you referenced, is that when being on the Hall of Fame committee, I take that as I really value that role, because I feel like I can speak for some of those people that don't have a tie here anymore, but even the people that knew them here are gone. Yeah. Except for me, Jason. Very few people remember how good they were. Yes. And of course we've enshrined a lot of these folks, the Paul Olivers. Just and I mean that's a guy who I every football player that comes through here, I compare him to Paul Oliver. Because he honestly is probably the best football athlete I saw come through here.
I remember my senior year, I went to McEachern, and I think 2002, in my senior year, the opening kickoff comes out. Actually, it wasn't opening kickoff, but I think Paul Oliver, if I remember correctly, returned a punt for a touchdown that night. He may have returned a kickoff for a touchdown that night. There was probably an intercepted pass, and I'm sitting here watching it like, good. I mean, beat the brakes off of us. Yeah. I mean, it was
he could do all that. He could do all that and drive the bus home. Yes. I mean, he literally, he was my gold standard for football. And then with the other sports too, I always, you have your gold standard, but letting people know that who these kids were, and they're not kids anymore. They got families now, which is awesome.
I saw a post the other day, and man, I hope they listen to this, because I saw Zach Yentzer put a post up the other day, and I think Zach's coaching somewhere out or he was at California at one point. I don't know where he is now.
He was at UK for a while.
Yeah, UK for a while. And these, offensive linemen, but not only what they're doing in the past, but man, what are they doing now? I mean, they're coaching collegiately, or they're running, they're in Fortune 500 companies, or they've opened up small businesses, or they're reinvesting in Harrison. I saw Chris Evans the other day. Guys I grew up with.
Great guy.
At Oregon Park. All of us kind of grew up together. And so it is, we're kind of at this pivotal moment to me in Harrison history of, a lot of people that have graduated are now their kids are coming back. And so we want to make sure that not only are we capitalizing on top of that, but we're also honoring the people who have been here as well and give them a reason to come back. So. Yeah.
I agree. And it's a great time. It's always a good time to be a Hoya, but I think now is maybe the greatest time to be a Hoya. Some of the things we're doing as well as we're doing. Fast pitch softball having an incredible year. Of course, football starting off right out of the gate. Just 3-0. Hopefully, going to be 4-0 this weekend. And we got swim and dive about to start. They were really successful. I think they're going to be great.
Volleyball's having a great year too.
Volleyball again, that's a tradition that's been around.
There's a Hall of Fame inductee this year.
There you
Christina Johnson get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. So, and again, coming full circle, Christina coming back to coach. Stuff that we love to see. Well, Wes, I appreciate you spending a few moments with us, and much luck the rest of the year.
No, my pleasure, and just thanks to y'all for everything you do for supporting Harrison the way you have for how long you been here now, Coach?
This is 29 years.
There we go, 29 years, folks. But H&S Radio, just appreciate y'all and everything you do for us.
All right, thanks, Wes. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Wes Ellis, Athletic Director, Harrison High School. We will appreciate you guys listening, and signing off, this is Adam Freeman from H&S Radio. Feel the game.